Hello. Welcome to Spooky Tuesday. I'm your always on time host, Robot Spacer. Good to see you all. Culinary disaster.
Hello.
French toast, please. Hello. 6-7, Vervain, Hinton, Silver Streak. Great to see you all. Hope you're doing well. Was there a thanks and I just didn't hear it? Or are alerts being weird again? Regardless, thank you for the thanks, French toast, please. And you're welcome. Efthon, good to see you. Guess it only plays if I mean it. Oh.
Oofta.
Thank you for the oofta, Efton. Why isn't the thanks working? Wait, we had this problem before, but then I fixed it. Why is it broken again? Why does Twitch hate thanks so much? That's very weird. Rip to saying thank you. Oh, now the hello's not working? This is very interesting. Garfield fixed it. I'm gonna poke at it real quick. I won't spend very long on this, but I'm curious. I'm curious if I do a test alert, if that will come through or not. Let's see. Let's click this button. Okay. I should have done a new follower alert. So all the alerts are just broken. That's cool. All right. I guess that's just life sometimes. They'll probably all play in like half an hour all at once. We can only hope anyway.
Thanks.
Oh. There we go.
Hello.
We're getting caught up. Wonderful. Anyways, hi. We're going to play Maupiti Island again. Hopefully better this time. Thank you, me, for the pretend new follow. Great to have me here. So last week we had some difficulty. The biggest difficulty was that I couldn't read anything. There's various readable items you could come across in the game, and the game kept freezing anytime I tried to look at them. There was also like a photograph, I think, that we found that I eventually learned does switch to a close-up that shows you, like gives you an enlarged view of the photo in kind of the same interface as the reading pieces of paper UI. So, conveniently, there was a Moby Games post. Apparently you can post on Moby Games. I didn't know that, but someone did a while back and pointed out this exact same problem with the game. And the exciting news was that they found a solution. So I followed the link to that solution, and the web page would not load. I tried many, many times over the course of a couple days, and it just never loaded. It gave me like a Cloudflare site is unavailable error. And then kind of hilarious, there was a response to that post saying, hey, maybe we should host patches like this on Moby Games so that if they ever become unavailable, people can still get them through Moby Games. So that was funny. If only. I did my best to find a link to this anywhere. Eventually, I forget the username of the person that was helping me over on Sonneveld's Discord. But they found an archive.org version of that post, which was great, except the link to the download, of course, was still broken. And I could not find that patch hosted anywhere else. But I did find someone on a forum talking about the same issue. there were a bunch of people that had the issue, and my understanding is that basically like some modifications were made to the game in order to get it to play off in an emulator, basically. Like, I've been playing it in DOSBox, as opposed to playing it off actual discs. And it seems like something got messed up in that process, and it causes this issue where if you read certain things, interestingly, like there's a couple of items you can read in the very first room, and those work fine, even though it's like the same kind of like transition and interface and everything. So I don't know what the difference is there, but someone, I guess, dug into the code and found that it was basically getting stuck in an infinite loop. So they figured out the right bit of code to modify to like break that infinite loop. And then they posted instructions on the exact two things to change with a hex editor. So I did that, and I can read things now, which is great. However, the person that posted this fix was like, I've never finished the game, so I don't know if this might cause a breaking bug somewhere else in the game. There's really no way to know. I did message on Twitter the person that posted the patch that was linked to from Moby Games, but I never got a response from them. I believe they actually finished the game, so it would be great to, have a fix that, we know doesn't break the game or anything. But unfortunately, we don't have that. So all we can do is cross our fingers. I will say I do think there's a decent chance that patch was actually based on the same information and just did the same thing I had to do manually. But I don't know for sure. And then the other thing we ran into is that I had a difficult time figuring out how to keep track of time, basically. There's one of the maps I made. There's another map of the same stuff. And then we have this, which was a slightly messy timetable. We have names across the top, and then hours along the side, and then this allowed me to keep track of where everybody was at different times. But then we realized, there's more characters, so this isn't actually enough room. And then also just like it's kind of a pain to draw a grid like this. So I figured the least I can do is get some graph paper to make drawing the grid a little easier. And then potentially we can have a couple pages side by side as well. So like this can be, we can do the same thing, hours along the side, and then we have plenty of space, I hope, for all the characters across 2 pages. So hopefully that'll work out. I did mention the possibility of using an actual spreadsheet, which I do think would work a lot better. However, I am committed to doing this with the tools we would be forced to use at the time. I mean, obviously, spreadsheet programs existed at the time, but I don't think realistically someone would have used one while playing a game like this. You kind of would have had to have 2 computers side by side, really. So I don't think that would have been feasible. So we'll do it this way, and we'll just do our best. And I will beat this game, damn it. No patching. Maybe the game doesn't want to be played. Maybe, but we're going to do it anyway. Should only use tools you can find on Maupiti Island at the time. That's probably fair. So I guess we're going to cheat a little bit. Maupiti, Mo problems. Ain't that the truth? Sounds like the history of people writing patches to cheat in games is being lost before our eyes. Excuse me, if this game didn't come with graph paper or anything, any outside tools are cheating. Ooh, you think so? Okay. Well, I guess I'm just making up my rules ultimately, and that's what we're going to do. Please put in big text. You're cheating on the screen so viewers are aware. Okay. How about if I put it in the title? I should. I typed "we are cheating." I should be clear. I am cheating by using graph paper. Okay. Oh, we should also add cheating tag. Oh, we're out of tags. We'll take out VGA. Cheating. There we go. Now we're being fully honest. This reminds me that I looked into getting merch made again. I couldn't find a good notebook or journal that could do proper sublimation printing and had lined or graph paper. Oh, interesting. I remember when you looked into that a while back. It's a bummer. Robot the Big Cheat Spacer. That's me. Let's do some shout outs. Culinary Disaster has been playing. The name was right there. There it is. This Way Madness Lies. Oh, this, huh? This looks all different. The normal shout out has like a link preview. I've never seen that before. Are y'all seeing that? It's neat. I like it. But Culinary was playing This Way Madness Lies, which is like magical girls Shakespeare RPG combo. It's very interesting. Oh, you finished it. Nice. Had a great time playing it. Wonderful. You're not seeing it? Okay. Interesting. Well, I'm seeing it, and I guess there's also like a oh. I know what it is. I installed Frankerface Z the other day in OBS. If you go in the OBS settings and poke around a little bit, there's just an option to enable it. And I think it must be part of that. I did this so people's pronouns would show up, which, let me link to that again. We talked about it the other day, but since we're talking about it now, I'll do it again. There's this very nice pronouns extension, and in order to see people's pronouns in OBS, because there's no way to like install a Chrome extension in OBS, but it's built into this Frankerface Z extension, which is built into OBS basically. So you just got to go turn that on, and then there's some steps to sorry, I'm trying to think and talk at the same time, which is not a thing I'm capable of. There's the link to the steps if anyone wants to follow them. I posted them on my site along with some other general information about using this extension. So there's just a few things you have to do. It only takes a minute or two. But it's pretty nice. So if anyone goes to the first site I posted and sets up their pronouns, then I will just see them right in OBS, which is great. So yeah, even though I only enabled the pronouns, I guess it comes with some like default behaviors. Like it's given me a little preview below links I posted, and if I hover over the link, it's a slightly different preview. It's kind of nice, but just surprised me. So does yours says he, him. Also, let me give you a shout out, French Toast, please. Let's see, what were you playing the other day? Playing retro? It's a good one. I missed your stream, but I hope it was great. So, well, let's play Maupiti Island. I think we're going to start over because I kind of don't see any reason not to. We've got some notes we made. I feel like this is a game where we're going to end up restarting multiple times. So now that we can read things, I think we might as well go ahead and do it. Especially, I also, in the process of learning about this bug, I learned there's some things I missed in this very first room that we can read. So we'll do that too. Yeah, this game, it likes to remind you that you're alone. Kind of rude. But we're great. So at least there's that. Okay, and it's 10 o'clock. Time doesn't start until you click that first button, but now time's a ticking. So, oh right, another interesting thing that I came across, trying to make sense of this bug. At one point I downloaded the French version of the game, which for whatever reason, there's a French version readily available that does not have the freezing bug. And I noticed that, first of all, I didn't realize that the actions are in alphabetical order, down the left and then down the right. So, of course, when they're in French, they're in a different order. And in French, open and close end up being right next to each other in the list. So it feels a little more logical than here where we get open and close so far apart. I really feel like they should have just ordered this in a logical way instead of alphabetically, but that's what we got. And I find it very confusing. So we got some things we can open here that we never poked around in. I think part of it was like I was still kind of learning how the game works. I didn't realize you could open like almost anything that would be openable. Okay, so we have some pills. Oh, you know what? I think we're missing some audio. Yeah, we are. There we go. Okay. Let me know how that volume is. I think that should be okay now. I can't remember if the music was consistent throughout the game. I feel like it kind of started in the first room and then stopped as soon as we left, which is weird. But we have some pills here. Should update my map. So an interesting thing about this game is it's very different from a typical like adventure game in that there's a lot of items you can find. You don't really want to pick up everything you find. Like the manual says pretty clearly that you shouldn't do that, which is weird. And then also there's a lot of duplicate items. So, much like in real life, lots of people have the same kind of stuff. So you can find the same things in a lot of different places. So I think it's like extra important to keep track of where everything is. So if we ever need something, we know where to go get it. So we're starting out in room. So we have pills. Can we look at that? Can we get more information about that? Nothing special. Read it? Without interest or unreadable. Can we smell it? No smell. What's it feel like? Nothing special. Okay, great. We'll leave the pills here. We have a newspaper. That's exciting. Let's read it. Look at that! Look at us reading things. This one, as I was saying, actually you can read without the change I made. This game has some things that keep catching me off guard. And I kind of don't know how to react to them. Like white slavery. This newspaper is titled Le Soir, December 31st, 1953. The president will broadcast on the radio this evening. He will wish all French citizens a happy new year. Page 2. Very exciting. The year in resume? All the major events of the year, 1953, page 3 to 5. Then we have light white slavery. The Council of Djibouti calls for calm after little Marie's disappearance. Huh. Oh, wait, is Marie the girl we're looking for? It is, isn't it? Okay. So, yeah, this white slavery implies the thing that I guess I didn't feel was suggested as a concern anywhere else. We're not really given any like speculation on why she disappeared that I can recall. Then we have Grapes of Wrath. The price of wine will be taxed beginning the 1st of January, page 8. A little reading, indeed. Okay, what else do we have? That's all. And then I think down here there's some other stuff. $35. That's exciting. We'll take that. Well, can we smell it first? You're missing a sixth sense. It's funny it says that because smell's one of the normal five senses. Apologies for interrupting, but what drew you to this game specifically? I first became aware of it. I'm trying to remember specifically. I don't think I knew much about it until MDizzy recommended it. I looked at it and I was like, this looks neat. It seemed like a very similar type of game to Murder Club, from what I could tell. From a French developer and with, being made several years later. See, this was 90, whereas Murder Club came out in 84 originally. And then I've realized that it was a sequel to Mortville Manor, which was a game that a Maple Mystery had played a while back. And she had a very difficult time with it. She made spreadsheets to keep track of dialogue and stuff. But I was intrigued by it. I might play that game someday, but I thought I would go directly to the sequel first, just to, have something different that I haven't heard too much about yet. Okay, so let's take the money. And we also have a letter. Let's read the letter. To Jérôme Lange, Hotel Colbert, Tananarive, Madagascar, Indian Ocean. Hey buddy, when Master Sato learned that I was a friend of Jérôme Lange, he confided I can talk great. Confided that he would be very honored to receive the famous French P for the spring session? What? Sincerely, your pal Max. Honored to receive the famous French P for the spring session. So I know a little context that's not given here, which is our friend Max is in Japan. I want to say Tokyo specifically, but I can't remember for sure. And that was where we're on our way to. When we encountered a hurricane that required us to stop here at the Maupiti Island. A French piss, I guess. Yep. Let's see. We got a hat. Can we take the hat? Can we smell the hat? Oh, we're still on the letter. Sorry. That's all. Okay, now let's smell the hat. No, we can't smell the hat. Can we take it? Can we take the hat? Of no interest whatsoever. I'll leave that to me, thank you very much. Look at it at least. A cap for playing yachtsmen. Oh! I understand this number now. For a long time when I was playing this game last week, there was a number 3 up there in the middle of the screen. And I was like, why? What is this? Why does it say 3 all the time? There was no explanation for it. Like, the only thing I could think of is it was indicating the save file I had last used, but I knew that wasn't correct. I had never used slot 3. But now I understand that's how much money we have. If only there was a $sign in front of it. Imagine trying to smell a hat in real life, and your friend comes up to you and says, "That's of no interest," and you have to stop. Yeah, that's what we just experienced in this game. Let's look at this fan. We're on the wrong track. Okay. Can we search up here? You're searching in the dark. The BBC One. Can we search under the pillow? Nothing conclusive. Okay, I think we're done here now. Yeah, the music is great, and it's probably going to stop now. Sorry. Let's go out in the corridor. Yeah, there it goes. So we can go down in this hatch. I don't think there was anything down there, but I'm going to go poke in there real quick. Oh, time's a wasting. It's 11:45 already. Choose on screen. I really love the art in this game. The art was definitely a big part of why I was happy to play this, knowing so little about it. I mean, honestly, like, I try to not learn too much about any of the games I play. So we never did find the dining hall, which is important because at some point we need to eat. I do think these two things might be doors. Aha. Okay, so that's our cabin. That's where we... Oh, there's another door here. Shit. Okay, so that's just 3 cabins. Huh. But at least we have some other places we can go now.
You wanted to see me?
Sure. What was your name? I do not remember this guy's name. Let's ask. What are you doing?
Nothing special.
Okay. What's your opinion on Marie's enemies?
Anita was jealous of Marie, but you couldn't say they were enemies.
Okay. Now I'm remembering I had notes in here that are kind of a mess as well. And another weird thing about this game is that, yeah, like I have a note here that Anton told us Anita was jealous of Marie. It's possible this is Anton, but I'm not sure if it is. But regardless, like, you can sometimes get the same information from different people with like the exact same dialogue even.
Bob's crazy about her.
The playground supervisors at my elementary school would call everyone Bob. The kids, the teachers, the parents. It was very peculiar but kind of charming. Interesting. I do kind of appreciate knowing that, like, unlike Murder Club, well, I guess it's possible there will be certain facts that we can only learn from one person in one specific scenario. Um, but at least in general, there's multiple ways to learn about a thing. So hopefully we won't wind up in a situation where we're, trying to find the one single thing out of like hundreds of options that we need to click on to progress. Marie's habits.
I don't know anything about it. I'm not her guy.
All right. Let's ask this guy about Anton to find out if this is Anton.
You can't spend your life worrying. I don't worry.
Good for you. Anton is a mate on Duhamel's boat, which... Oh, wait, that is our boat, isn't it? Let's ask about Bob. Bob's the captain on our boat.
Marie's disappearance was quite a blow to him.
All right, he already commented on Bob, so we know he's not Bob. So he must be Anton then? I wish there was an easier way to be sure about this. But I'm pretty sure that's Anton. So we're going to need to recreate this timetable here. Also, I'm pretty sure time is passing while I'm in this conversation view, which is great. Very exciting. So I guess like before, I'm going to leave space for earlier in the... Well, maybe I won't. Because we can't... I was going to say that I would leave space for earlier in the day, even though the game starts at 10 a.m. But I don't think I will, actually. Because we can't even ask people about earlier time periods in the day. We can ask about last night, like just in a very general sense. And then we can ask about like specific hours starting from 10 a.m. onward. Thank you for the scream. So I think we'll start at 10 a.m. And then this page will maybe use for the night before.
Oofta.
Thank you for the oofta. So let me start with pencil here. So 10... let's see. I'll give myself 2 spaces. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Okay, I think we're going to adjust that a little bit. I'll leave three spaces in between. I hope y'all are here to watch me make a spreadsheet by hand on real paper, because that's what most of this stream is gonna be. I think it'll be worth it though. And necessary. I don't think we'd get through this game without doing something like this. I'm basing a lot of that on Maple Mystery's experience with Mortville Manor. Okay, so that we didn't have quite enough room, but like I think that's okay. It doesn't matter that an entire day is on one sheet of paper. So like the next spread will be midnight onward. Like I'm not sure how many days this takes place over, but it's at least 2 days because we've progressed to the second day at some point. Just Robot Spacer things. Hello, Kalinair. Good to see you. I'm behind on my shout-outs. I forgot to give Silverstreak a shout-out. Also, Silverstreak just started playing 3D Dot Game Heroes, which... You said that's by FromSoft? Is that right? Regardless, it's a very like Zelda-inspired game that's like voxels, like 3D pixels. FromSoft. Yeah, that's wild. It's nothing like any other FromSoft game I've seen. It's a very Zelda-like game, just with a 3D perspective, and it seems kind of neat. Looks like fun. A lot of the Souls team worked on it. Wow, that's great. Also, related to Silver, Friday, I will not be streaming on this channel. I will be over on Silver's channel, streaming from this very room. And we will be continuing at dead of night. I remembered it this time. Congratulations to me. And we will get our revenge on Jimmy. We will get out of the hotel we're trapped in. I don't know if any of our friends will survive, but I'll do my best. And I can't wait. Hopefully, I mean, knock on wood. I can't promise we'll finish it, but I'm going to fucking do my best. I think we can do it. We've just got one last stretch of game. And I think when we got to that point last time we streamed it, it was already kind of late in the evening. And I think just starting fresh on it will help a lot. So I'm excited to do that. Developed by Silicon Studio, published by FromSoft. Okay, interesting. Thank you, 6-7. It was just so late. Yeah, it really was. That was way too late. Mac, good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Kalinera, shout out. Playing Bloodborne. Speaking of FromSoft. Going to actually use my headphones for once so I can help. Nice. I am curious how much that will help. I had a hard time like getting information from the sound. You could definitely tell when Jimmy was further away, but like I wanted to be able to hear more directional audio, and I don't think the game was really giving that unless I just wasn't able to make it out well enough. I mean, I do feel like the way the game works maybe makes it hard to keep track of positioning as well, just because you don't have full control over where you're pointed. It had support from a few dozen people that worked on Demon Souls. A lot of their combat designers, apparently, which is wild. Huh. Interesting. Okay, so we got our times here. And across the top, we need names. And then we also need a column for keeping track. Oh. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a general column to keep track of like little bits of information that are specific to a time period but don't seem like they need their own column. But then for other certain things, like we found that monkey statue, that needs its own column, like for sure, because there's a lot going on with that. We figured out that the water around it has like a 12-hour cycle where it's like raising and lowering. And there were like at one point a crate gets dumped in there and stuff like that. So like we want to keep track of all that in one place and over time. So we'll do a general column, we'll do a monkey statue column, and then we'll start putting all the names in. And since we got 2 pages to work across, I can give myself a little bit more room, but I don't want to be too generous because then we'll just end up running out of space again. So general, and we'll say 5. Is that good? Does that seem good? Okay, so that gives me an extra, I almost said pixel, an extra grid space. Mac, what have you been playing? I forgot. Secret Service Security Breach. I hope that has been interesting. Monkey. And then we have, let's see. I put these in order that was maybe not necessarily the best. So let's double check on this. Like, it'd be good to have people that are in the same boat together. Yeah, I think I started with Roy because he was like the first guy we talked to. But we'll start with Bob this time. And then Anton. So that's the two guys on our boat together. And then we have Bruce. And then, so he's captain of the fishing boat. And then we have mate Roy. And then we have Chris, who is a sailor on the fishing boat. And then we have Maggie. We learned that Magui is pronounced, like if you're French, you'd say Maggie, but Maggie, basically. Since I don't have a French accent. Then we have Marie is the missing girl, but we never added Sue and Anita to our spreadsheet. So we're going to do that this time. These pages are perforated, and I want to make sure I don't... Like, I could make use of the space that's inside the perforation, but if for some reason I ever want to tear the pages out, I figure it's better not to. So Sue and Anita. And then we'll put Marie after that. I'm unclear if Marie has any connection to Maggie, but Maggie is the one that told us about her disappearance. Also, like, I'm just thinking, like, I don't have a lot of information in my content warnings because there's not a lot of people that know about this game. It's really hard. It's honestly, over in the United States, it seems better known than Murder Club, but it's hard to find much information about it because, well, slightly more people are familiar with it. Hardly anyone has played it a significant amount, let alone all the way through. So I didn't have much information to put in the content warnings, but I do want to say that we learned last week that, as far as I can tell, Sue and Anita are sex workers, and like, just that combined with Maggie telling us about the disappearance of Marie and the whole white slavery headline, like, I mean, I don't know how all that fits together, but I can kind of see where it might be going. But I just wanted to be clear about that up front. Brace yourselves, yeah. So we also have Juiced. And is that it? Juiced was the handyman. And I think that's everyone we've met so far. Mzizi, hello. Good to see you. Thank you for the robot. I hope you are well. Has anyone here ever put one of these notebooks in a 3-ring binder, like through the holes of the notebook? Oh, just like the whole thing? Like, I think this is designed so you could tear the pages out and put the individual pages in a binder. But putting the entire notebook in a binder would be kind of funny. Good sweater. Thank you. Does Juiced have a last name? No, just Juiced. Juiced. That's very good. 6-7. Thank you. You're just an idiot. Oh, so you have done this. I mean, I think it's a valid strategy if it works for you. I don't know that I've ever been in the situation where I would need to consider such a thing. Okay, so now that I've got my spreadsheet mapped out here, what the hell did I start doing this for? Oh, we were going to write that Anton, I think? We think this is Anton. I'm pretty sure this is Anton. I'm trying to think, like, it was really helpful that Murder Club came with those printouts in the manual with everyone's face. It's very clear that I need to keep track of everyone's face. Should I just draw everyone and hope that it's close enough that I can figure out who people are when we talk to them? I think that's the best way to do it. I guess I'll use a sheet of paper just for this. Big napping. Nice. Draw them. Okay. People demand it. I guess I'm doing this in pen. We'll commit to my mistakes. I have a pencil. I don't want to get too fussy with it. This is going to probably be a really bad drawing, but that's okay. The main thing is we want to get like the haircut and then the clothing they're wearing. So I figure that'll be the easiest to figure out who's who. Yeah, it's a perfect drawing, right? Nailed it. So we think this is Anton. I'm going to put a question mark for now. And I'm going to note that this is green. Actually, I can do better than that. I can do so much better than that. There's my markers. There. Jabberwocky, good to see you. Yes, we are going full screen. We've got serious note-taking to do. We've got spreadsheets. We've got character drawings. Sparing no expense for Maupiti Island. That low-cut neckline, yeah. Okay. No bad drawings? I'm sorry, French Toast, please. I've already violated your declaration. Maybe I should write down brown hair. I don't know what his blood type is, unfortunately. Oh, there are no bad drawings. Oh, okay. I should have read the rest of your message. The art is showing us your flaws and personality. It makes everyone closer to you. Arg. You're right. You're right. Thank you for saying that. So there's Anton question mark. Let's stop. So I'm going to have so many different things to keep track of here. Here's a nice look at, this is like my screen. We have a screen map and then we have a map of the island. If we're following someone, we get this nice overhead view. So I figured this was good to like orient where different things are in relation to each other. Whereas this is just keeping track of like the actual game screens, items we find in each area and stuff like that. So we think this is Anton's cabin. I hope I'm not wrong about this being Anton. I'm gonna have a bunch of stuff to fix. That's okay. I wrote a goddamn book. It wasn't a very long. Sorry, at first I was like, wait, you wrote a book? Did you really write a book? And then I realized that you probably meant your post was so long. you're calling it a book, but it's not really that long, so I'm still a little confused. Feel free to clarify. Why'd you say it like a pirate? Ahoy, mateys! No, no bad drawings, or you walk the plank. Yar. Okay, so we still don't know where the dining hall is. If y'all were a dining hall on Maupiti Island, where would you be? Do you think you would be on a boat or somewhere on land? And if you were on land, I can't help but feel like I'm missing it in the saloon area or something. Oh gosh, it's 11:20 already. What? Move to the pier. Holes need to stop being holes? I'm sorry, are they upsetting? They're gone now. Relax. Let's all relax. Let's just have a nice time. We're going to explore some more cabins on the fishing boat. I had to think about which boat. The boat on the right is our yacht that we borrowed from our friend Duhamel in Madagascar. The boat on the left is a fishing boat. Not sure if it just if this is where the fishermen live. I assume so. But there's a few cabins in this boat that have some interesting things that we can now read now that I've patched the game using a hex editor. No trypophobia, you're just calling it out. Interesting. For anyone that came in late, I do want to point out that we finally learned that this number... Come back. Why won't the number appear when I wish it to? Okay, there's a 35 at the top. We've now learned that that's how much money I have, because I did find $35 in... it was my own money. I found it in my jacket. Okay, we're going to go into one of these here. There's 3 different cabins we can go into over here. And they all have many things to find. That's not openable. There's lots of things we can open in this game. I think that's everything here. Can we open that? No. And then there's lots of searching to do. You put your hands on opium pipe. Huh. Okay. I'm a little concerned because I don't know that we found that before, and I swear I searched here. And if there's like randomization, I'm scared. Let's smell it. The smell of caramel. A gun. Smell the gun. You're missing a sixth sense. Can we look at it? Nothing special. I'm going to take the gun. A lamp. Gun. I don't know which room we're in right now. I think we must be in the one that had the sextant and the compass. Opium pipe and gun. And lamp. Let's take a lamp. Writing paper. There's nothing written on it. Without interest or unreadable. Push on. You're not making any progress. I like this game has some interesting ways of telling me I'm not doing anything useful. Lucky Strikes. There's a lot in here. The perfume of American tobacco. That's all. Okay. Let's search in here next. Bamboo's log. Okay. So we're in this room. So opium pipe. Revolver. Shit. Lamp. What was the next thing? Right? Was writing paper the next one after that? And Lucky Strikes. I think that's all of them. Thank you, Ka. Continue. Oh, I should have read that. We can read that now. Binoculars. Sextant. Compass. A compass might be good to have. I think we're limited to 6 items, which is kind of rough. I'll skip it for now. That's all. But let's go back and read that log. What? Ooh, a little reading music. January 27th, I ran into Rousseau in the harbor master's office in the port of Mahi. He learned that I was looking for a sailor to replace Victor. He recommended a certain Chris, who was at the Irishman's Tavern with a glass of rum. I hired him. When I got back to the Bamboo, Roy criticized me for having hired Chris without consulting him. Bruce. Okay. So that's written by the captain. So we're pretty sure this is Bruce's room. I was already pretty sure of that, but and it's talking about Chris, who is the current sailor on the fishing boat. So what happened to Victor? That seems like a thing to wonder about. What happened to Victor? Placed by Chris. Okay, do we have any more? Oh, this was January 27th. What is the date? I think I have a date on something. January 31st is the current day. I really should have wrote that somewhere. I'll just put it up here in this general section. January 31st. Which character do you think has the best vibe so far? I don't think I have enough information about any of them to tell you that. I also feel like the way the game works, like there's shared dialogue between characters, which is really interesting, and it makes it kind of hard to like read each character's personality. Redeem's vibe check. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think like if I just went by their portraits or something, but I don't know that I can remember all their portraits well enough. It's interesting that I have the hand. Oh, we have some options up here. I was gonna say that I have a hand instead of the little mouse cursor. When there's a little mouse, it basically means just click to back out of whatever we're in. But it looks like we can go forward or backward in the book. I assume this is the earliest page, so let's go to the next page. January 28th. The new man doesn't know anything about navigation, not even the fundamentals. We'll put him off at Maupiti. I'll let Bruce in on it. Other than that, nothing to note. The first mate. Oh, so this is a log that multiple people are writing in. That's kind of interesting. January 29th. A shark followed us for several hours. While trying to harpoon it, Chris nearly fell overboard, but fortunately, I was there to save him. Oops. Oh, okay. We're done now? I'm going to read that again just to make sure I didn't miss any pages. Okay, we did. The dogfish would have had him in a single gulp. Now, we're calmly on the way to Maupiti, the first mate. January 30th. So this is the night before, which is also the night that Marie went missing. The storm came up suddenly. The hull is creaking everywhere. With each wave, I have the feeling that the boat is going to come apart. I'm going to try to bring the bamboo back. Maybe this is my last message. Later. We dropped anchor at 11 p.m. We ran into a wreck. There was damage to the hull, the first mate. And we did see that damage. You can go down in the hull and see that there's some cracked boards in the side of the boat that they're working on repairing. The boat is January 31st. The boat is immobilized for several days. Roy spoke to me about Chris. I will decide later. Bruce. Okay, I think we reached the end, which makes sense because that's today. Which are more physically appealing? Let's just ask what we mean. Oh. Again, I can't remember what they all look like well enough to answer that question either. But yes, unfortunately there's no Vlad in this game that we know of so far. I suppose there's still hope. I don't think we found anything else to do in here, and we already poked around here in the previous playthrough. So I think we'll continue on. Let's stop and move to the pier, and then we'll check out another cabin. Let's do this one. This one I know has some reading that we can do. So if we open this up here, Pandora's box, we can search and find a photo. And then we can look at the photo. Look out, you're on the wrong track. I feel like sometimes when it says that, it doesn't really mean it. I kind of want a little emote of this mouse. So, let's see. Somehow I got some text of that. I know there's text that... Oh, okay. I think I'm thinking of the next item, actually. This gives me the information. Mission order. Lost contact with Agent 0012. Our agent in Adina has intercepted the enclosed message. Follow Cicerone procedure. Lady in Black. Menelik orders the merchandise delivery. Payment in dollars will be done on receipt. Osmera. Menelik, chosen by God. Vanquisher of Judah's tribe. This is a lot. Let's write all this down. This is... I don't know that we know whose cabin this is. Jabberwocky, thank you for flushing your coins down the toilet. Okay, so... Yeah, I don't think I figured out whose room this is. One of the bedrooms is Chris's, but I don't think that's this one. Paper in fishing. This might. I wonder if this is Chris's room. Just because, like, you know, he's new here, and he's also like, he doesn't know anything about navigating, which, you know, maybe he's not really a fisherman. So like, he just seems the best guess for like having something weird going on in secret. I assume this is secret anyways. Mission order. I'm not gonna write all of this down. Agent 0012 in Adena. Cicerone procedure. Should I maybe take this and stash it in my room? I don't really know what is the best approach with dealing with an item that I don't think I want to carry around for a long time, but, you know, might want to look back at later. I don't know specifically if things are likely to disappear. Like, I don't know if characters might move items around. Verdantry, hello, good to see you. You're doing well. Last playing music, nice. Rant, I hate how Photoshop just adds lorem ipsum. Oh, no fucking kidding. Why? They keep doing... They keep doing things in Photoshop that I don't like. I feel like they're trying to appeal more to beginners, which I can understand. But it's a little frustrating. I honestly feel like they need a checkbox that just says, look, I've been using this for a long time. Just leave me be. I want things to stay the same. The number one thing I want out of Photoshop, the reason I keep using it, is because I want it to be the same. So you just check that one box, and then it doesn't give you all this new stuff they keep putting in it. Like, I appreciate new things, but they've yet to put one in there that I was like, oh yeah, that's great. Not once. Music was more doing homework and having to stop streaming to bug fix Max code. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. Telling us to not pick up everything and not talk to people as many times as we want. What's next? Down is up. Yeah, I don't actually know if talking to people too much is an issue in this one. That was definitely a thing in Mortville Manor. We did encounter a situation where I made someone suspicious of me because I was following him. I think that might have been Roy. And then he wouldn't talk to me anymore. But it was unclear if that was like a permanent state, like he was going to be unwilling to talk to me for the rest of the game, or what. You still use CS4? Yeah, I used an old version for a long time, but I think it stopped working properly with the latest macOS version, so I gave up and moved on. And now I just I've slowly been trying to use Adobe's software less and less, but for a lot of stuff, I'm just so used to Photoshop. I just, I want to get it done, and Photoshop is the fastest way to do that. Use Affinity Suite now. It's different from Photoshop in some mildly noticeable ways, but it's way cheaper, and I'm not much of an artist, so it's good for the incidental stuff I need it for. Yeah, I picked that up for a lot of things, and I've been using it as a InDesign replacement, and I've maybe done a little I guess Designer, I think, is their Illustrator alternative. Publisher, Designer, and I don't know. I can't remember them. It's Photoshop, Illustrator, and InDesign. But yeah, I've used it for some stuff, but I still haven't found anything that's like, you know, that just helps me get stuff done quickly that I would normally use Photoshop for. Is that Efton? Is that your full name? Is that your full legal name? I had no idea. I want to try to pronounce it, but I'm worried I'll do a very bad job. It's Icelandic. Oh, I didn't know that. We're learning so much. Publisher, designer, and photo. Thank you. Fire alpaca? Is that real? Why does this game like to trap my... It is real. And it's got a great fucking icon. What a handsome little icon. This is great. I'm surprised I've never heard of that one. Like, I've heard of quite a few different alternative tools, but I've never heard of that one at all. Everyone says that. My chat is volcanic. Is that good? I hope that's okay. Everyone should buy one of Efton's cool hats with a happy sumo on it. Hats. You know, I keep meaning to buy some things from Efton's Gumroad. But I don't know that I've ever noticed these hats. Where can the hats be purchased? Shop. No items listed at this time. Okay, well, let me know where to get a hat and I'll buy one. This website seems to promise me you can draw anime in it. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, Verdantry, your link was censored. I apologize. If you whisper it to me, then I can share it with everyone. If anyone does ever whisper me a link while I'm streaming, please let me know. Otherwise, I won't see it. Because I do have to open a special window. Oh no, now Twitch is making noises at me. Please stop. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that is a really nice hat. That's a couple of really nice hats. How have I not seen this stuff? Very nice. Thank you for sharing. I did share the link right there. I'll do it again. There's too much content on the internet. That is true. All right. I didn't finish noting everything here. Cicerone procedure. Lady in Black. Menelik. Orders merchandise delivery. I kind of wonder if that could be related to the crate in the water around the monkey statue, but that's just like, I'm just doing my best to piece together the tiny amount of information we have so far. Orders the merch. Payment in dollars will be done on receipt as Mera, Menelik, chosen by God, vanquisher of Judah's tribe. And I assume the lady in black is the person we have this photo of. Is that a real website? It is. It's a really real website. You can click on it and it loads things and everything. Let's look at that photo again. Now that we have the context for it. Did some Sun Wukong stuff a while ago. If only we could ask Sydney about these historical references. Yeah. So here's that photo again. And we can't... All we can do is look at it. It's maybe useful... Like if we ever see this person. Sheet of paper, and that's all. Okay. We're gonna leave that stuff where it is, I think. God, another thing I just thought of is like, if I open a bunch of shit and leave it open, is that okay? Am I gonna get in trouble for that? Like, are people gonna notice this? I genuinely have no idea. Search. Getanes. Smell those. The smell of dark tobacco. Can we look at them? No. A transmitter. Can we look at that? The trunk contains a portable radio transmitter. Okay, I have that written down. Wait. Oh, okay. There must be pills. There's pills somewhere. I've written down pills, photo, transmitter, getanes, lighter. It's weird to me that this stuff is not in the order I'm finding it. And we also had the letter. Continue, a lighter, and that's all. Okay. So where were the pills? What lovely linen. Oh, there's another thing to open here. It's very easy to miss. There's another box. Put your hands on. A razor. Okay, that's also new. Let's smell it. Let's touch it. Can we cut ourselves accidentally? The blade is dull. Oh, Verdantry asked, I wasn't sure, is it your clothing line or did you just do designs? Efton says both, which is very exciting. That's cool. Did a sci-fi journey to the West poster where Monkey was a human and all the other characters were aliens. Nice. What lovely linen. Sniff, sniff. Emmy said, also heavyweight shirts, good. I'm glad your stuff looks like it will actually last. Yeah, look, like from the photos, that stuff looks really well made. I am certain I will buy some of it later. Forever on the lookout on good shirts. Desperate not to give in to. I guess this one is okay. Yeah, I need to go shopping. I have recently bought a bunch of new pants online. I lost a bunch of weight over a long period of time, and especially again recently for like specific health reasons. So I bought a bunch of new pants because that was kind of the more pressing need, but I don't have any non-t-shirt shirts that aren't like 5 or more years old. And I could use some new ones, but like more so than pants, I feel like I want to try that stuff on before I commit to it. So I don't know, it's tricky. But I definitely need new shirts. Emmy's getting a new shirt today, I think. Exciting. All right, I think we're done here. We didn't find the pills, but I'm gonna not worry about it. Oh, we have another gun. I didn't finish looking at this stuff we're going through. Revolver. pants are a priority for you. Yeah, I'm just, my words are coming out just a whole big mess today, which I guess maybe happens pretty often, but buying clothes online is hard. I have one thing that needs a return. I don't know if I said this already, but I bought, all the pants I bought recently are from Uniqlo. They make some nice, reasonably priced stuff. And I've generally had good luck with them, just like, going by measurements and hoping for the best. Actually, their pants are kind of interesting. Like, it's a Japanese company. I have no idea if this is like typical in Japan, but the pants are all like, I'm pretty sure they're like small, medium, large sizes. Whereas, I'm used to like a waist measurement, which isn't actually accurate at all, which is confusing. But they all have like, they're kind of elastic, and then they have this like drawstring thing on the inside. So I guess like the idea is, if they're a little loose, you can pull the string on the inside and get a better fit without having to use a belt. But it's kind of a weird setup. Like, I don't mind it. But for me, like, the pants all fit great, so I don't need it. And it's just this weird extra thing there. And it's interesting. Everyone let me help you shop. Sounds good. Help Toast, and now he's a fashion fiend. He is. Toast, you wear some excellent clothes. Always very impressed and interested in things you're wearing on stream. There's a shop in my town near me. I went there and didn't really find anything I wanted. Yeah, honestly, that's kind of my experience when I go to Uniqlo in person. But they have like some, like a lot of their things are very like, just like basics kind of stuff. Simple, not something that's going to like jump out at you when you're looking at it in the store, I guess. But, nicely made and comfortable, fits well. Wasn't bad. I was just hoping for something exciting. Yeah, like, you're generally not going to find like that kind of a thing at Uniqlo. They have some interesting stuff, but not a ton. All right, we're missing one cabin here. Oh, what did I do? I misclicked. Let's go back to the pier. Choose on screen. I think this is the one we're missing. Uniqlo always does some anime game shirts that are pretty cool. Yeah, they do a lot of interesting collaborations with generally just t-shirts. I think most of the stuff I've seen is t-shirts, but those tend to have some interesting designs among them. There was a SimCity 2000 shirt recently, I think in Doraemon once. Nice. SimCity 2000 shirt is interesting. Oh, Verdant Tree says, shout out to my awesome Katamari shirt. I can't remember if I ever saw Uniqlo's Katamari shirts. A long, long time ago, the company Panic, if you're not familiar with Panic, this is a company that started out as a Mac software company, and they started publishing some games, most notably Firewatch and Untitled Goose Game. And now they have created this handheld game system called the Playdate. And they also, at one point, released some t-shirts, a collaboration with Keita Takahashi. Just did a bunch of Katamari Damacy shirts, and they're all just like amazing designs. I have a couple of them, and they're very, very good. Panic they do everything they do is just amazing. Like, they've done some shirts for their own stuff as well over time, and those are really great too. Your glass reminds me of Blade Runner. I feel like if it you or someone else has made this comment before, but yeah, like I can totally see that. They're very interesting glasses. I love the design, and they're good glasses. Nice weight to them. Probably you. It's part of their Museum of Modern Art shirt line. As was the Sim Shitty is apparently what I was just gonna say. Sim City shirt. Okay, neat. I think I must have totally missed that collection. Huge Blade Runner fan. Okay, so we're searching this room now. We got a lot of things to open in here. I think we have this. We have this. We have this. Is that everything? Oh, we have these two down here. Okay, I knew there was a bunch. Hopefully that's all of them. A fishing line. Take that, Will Wright. Okay, so now we are in this bedroom. We don't know who it belongs to, but we have a fishing line. And that's all. And down here, we have a sextant, a compass, and that's all. Here, you put your hands on a truncheon. Help me out here. What's a truncheon? I mean, I can see it. I know I've heard this word before. A short, thick stick carried as a weapon by a police officer. Okay. Okay. The villain from Matilda. Like a billy club. Yeah. I'm mad as one shirt I got is viscose. I think I washed it correctly in cold water, no dryer, and it doesn't fit great now. Oh, bummer. That's the worst. Truncheon, a luncheon with a truck. There you go. Truncheon. Is that a normal thing for a fisherman to have lying around? Should I be concerned? Hydrogen peroxide. We have an interesting collection of items here. Hydrogen peroxide. That's all. What was I looking in? Was it this one? No, that has the sextant. So it was this one. Okay. And then we have over here a watch. Can we look at this? Nothing special. That's all. And then this drawer. A razor. Okay. I continue to be concerned. Like, I'm so sure we searched here and I didn't write down razor. So is there some randomness? Or what's the deal? A scent. I might have just missed things. Should I take the scent? I think I'll leave the scent. Can we smell the scent? No. Can we look at a 5-cent piece made of nickel? This is a this is a 5-cent piece that has a 1 on it. It's very interesting. Oh, Virgin Tree said, guess who has basically finished the last assignment of his degree? Just got to do a program note for this ridiculous musical twister mat I made, and I'm done. That is very exciting. Congratulations. Also, musical twister sounds very exciting. Are those boy panties on the washing line? Yeah, I think they are. I believe that's correct. We also have some socks. And on the on the wall, we have what I assume is a sexy lady pinup and then a picture of their mom right next to it, which seems a little awkward. And then over here, a safe distance away, we have Jesus on the cross. Yeah, that's the honey from Kankakee. It sure is. A diamond. A pure diamond, cut like an emerald. Can't smell it. Should I take the diamond? You don't learn anything new from touching it. Okay. Very straightforward. Thank you. I think my general approach is going to be to not take an item unless it seems like it might be useful. Like, I took the gun because maybe at some point we're going to need a weapon to protect ourselves. I've really no idea if this is that kind of a game, but it could be. I feel like it is kind of suggested it could be. What else did I take? Oh, a lamp. Because that seems like, we might find a dark area we need to explore. And we've seen multiple lamps, which make me think that could be something we need to use. You want to put Jesus in the middle as the buffer? Yeah, maybe. Basically wired a twister mat into an Adafruit feather with capacitive touch. It's spotty, but it works. Oh, okay. So then it's playing sounds as you touch the different colors. That's pretty cool. All right. What else do we have here? Can we search this bowl? In life, you have to get your feet wet. Okay. Is this some sort of foot washing bowl? Was that just a normal thing in the 50s? Detective novels. All right. I think we're done here. Actually, let's try searching this pile of clothes. Doesn't help to be a bookworm. Those are books? Okay. All right. Moving on. So, Robot's friend, hello. Has anyone been drowned by a terrible beast yet? Fortunately or unfortunately, depending on your perspective, no. I have died in quicksand last week, if you weren't here for that. That's the most dramatic and unexpected thing that has happened in this game so far, I would say. Perhaps notably quicksand around a unusual, possibly religious in nature monkey statue. Actually, I think it's confirmed religious in nature. Should probably sleep. Good luck with the rest of the game. I shall lurk. Thank you for hanging out and lurking. French toast, please. It's always great to see you, and I hope you sleep well. It's 1:45 already. I got started so late. Quicksand is no terrible beast, but it will do. Yeah, I mean, there's still hope. So let's poke around our own boat a little more here. This takes us back here. Oh, wait. Did I miss a whole cabin? Or did I go in the one on the right here? I honestly cannot remember. I think I forgot about it. Cologne water perfumed with ambergris. Ambergris? This is a different cabin design than we have seen thus far. So we have Anton's cabin, and then this cabin is new. Precious hamburgers? It's the whale stuff. Yeah. I remember a Futurama episode about it. Let's look at this poster. A tropical landscape. Okay, I was hoping we could find out what it says up there. Look out, you're on the wrong track. What's this? Pandora's box? A bathrobe. All right, let's open some stuff. Got this. What lovely linen. Got this. Question marks? Question marks, question marks. Sailor's stuff. Is this? No. Just the outline of this stands out to me. I honestly thought it might potentially be a secret compartment or something. Let's look at it. All right, we were doing look at. Okay. Can I push it? Okay. Searching it is. Let's search the bathrobe first. You're searching in the dark. Everybody's got a gun. I suppose that makes sense. Revolver. Precious Hamburgers is from the Futurama episode. I guess I forgot that part. A mask. Can we look at that? The mask is crudely sculpted. I always want to smell things, apparently. Search this drawer. Brisbane's log. All right. Let's read. Yes. I love that there's reading music. I don't understand it, but I love it. January 29th. Wind force 4, speed 5 knots. Mr. Lange is very interested in navigation. His curiosity is never satisfied. I suppose that all detectives are like that. Bob. January 30th. Wind force 9. Hurricane Harry is on our tail. Anton is pushing the motor and has his sights on Maupiti. Mr. Lange isn't himself. Between the sea spray and the gusts of wind. I advise him to go down to his cabin. The waves are higher and higher and more menacing. According to the weather forecast, Maupiti won't be in the path of the hurricane. We should be able to escape. Bob. January 31st. The hurricane passed a good distance to the south. A few hours difference and we would have been in the middle of it. The storm didn't damage the boat. Bob. Okay, that's the end. Are you poking around in people's cabins with purpose or just because? I mean, the main reason I'm doing this is because I knew there were some things to read that we had encountered last week, and I'm trying to go back and find those things so that we can read them now. Honestly, I would classify my investigation style at this point as bumbling. We're simply doing our best to find anything of interest, and probably not doing a very good job of it. A sextant.
Hello.
Hello, Derek Ironbret. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Gotta bumble before you can sleuth. That's what I always say. Compass. We'll sleuth more in our next life, perhaps. Oh, I didn't notice, but the music kept playing after we were done reading. But then when we left the room, it stopped. That's kind of interesting. What if there's a scrying mirror? Maybe. I think that's it. Let's go back to the pier. I know I poked around, excuse me, to see if there was any other door we could get into. But I don't think there is. So I think we're done at the pier. Let's go to Maggie's. I noticed, I had forgotten about this, but I have a note that we found a key in Anita's room. So we want to go grab that. Because it seems important. I mean, I guess the way this game seems to be going, it's possible we'll find keys that are not important. Like, it seems like there's a very unfamiliar approach of having lots of items you will never need. So far, I'm inclined to think that something that seems interesting, like a key, is going to have some use, but I won't be surprised if this game surprises me. It's locked. Plus, you lose keys if Jimmy catches you. That's true. Okay, so is this Sue or Anita? Let's see. Let's ask. What do you think of Sue?
Let's talk about something else, okay?
Okay. I think that means you're Sue. Just everyone wear green in this game. Let's ask about Anita.
Anita is communist because she had a difficult childhood.
Right. All right. So now I'm going to try to draw Sue. We'll see how this goes. Great. Nailed it. We could... yeah, zoom in a little there. She's got a necklace on. And her arms just kind of disappear. That's fine. Happens to us all. So she's got pretty dark hair. Say black hair. Oh, green. I labeled it green, but I'm going to color it anyway. And necklace is green also. Robot Spacer makes drawing fun. I do my best. Came out pretty good, I think. We decided this is Sue, right? Yeah, apparently that's how people become communists. I mean, kind of surprised me, but... So here's the thing about questioning people. I don't know if, like in Murder Club, 100% the game keeps track of questions you've asked, and frequently you will unlock new things by asking the right questions. I don't know if that's how this game works. So, if I asked something in a previous playthrough that seemed important, and I start a new playthrough, do I need to ask that again? Or is it safe to, continue without that and simply, keep, I'm keeping track of things we learn. So, is it the information I need, or is it, actually having the conversation that's important, or both? I do not know. But for now, because I'm wasting a lot of time, I think I'm going to not worry about it in this playthrough. I feel like the way this is going to go, I'm going to do a lot of like bumbling around like this and, wasting a lot of time making notes, and time is passing. So we're going to start over a bunch probably. One thing we can make a note of.
I'm listening.
Actually, I was going to back out to check the time, but we can do... What have you noticed? Okay. So because it goes up to 2 to 3 p.m., we know that's the time period we're in. At least I'm pretty sure that's correct. I'm going to do this in pencil for now. So 2 o'clock is here, and we are talking to Sue. I guess I'm going to write all my numbers down again on this piece of paper. Wait. Oh, crap. What'd I do? Maple Mystery. Hello. Great to see you all. Hope you had a wonderful stream. I'm scanning to see what game you're playing right now, and I'm not seeing it. Oh, it just says last playing art. Did you not play a game today? I was lurking at the beginning of your stream, but I was occupied getting ready for my own stream, so I missed a lot. But I hope you had a great time, and thank you so much for coming by. If anyone is new here, hello, I'm Robot Spacer. We are playing Maupiti Island, which is a game from, originally came out in 1990. We're playing the DOS version, which came out a year later in 91. It was originally an Amiga game. And actually the DOS version has different graphics. They're not drastically different. It's almost like they took the same art and they were like, let's put more detail into this and just kind of polish it up a bit. The art is really fantastic. It has some very interesting mechanics that I have not fully comprehended yet. The manual warns you to not pick up everything you find, which is a very hard thing to get used to. There are a huge number of items in the game. There are lots of like duplicate items, so the same thing you can find in different places. There's very complex dialogue trees to ask people questions. And this is a sequel to Mortville Manor, which of course Julia played on her stream a while back. I missed a lot of that stream, unfortunately, so I don't know how much this has in common. Didn't spend too much time showing vacation photos. Nice. That sounds fantastic. Interesting that the Amiga game came out first, DOS followed a year later. Yeah. Hello, Edenwaith. It's good to see you. Just making sure I didn't miss some chat here. Real Lady Elfie, hello, good to see you. That's counterintuitive to most adventure games. Yeah, it's very weird. Also, there's a very limited inventory. I believe we can hold 6 items total. There is a mechanic where we can take items and like leave them, I think, anywhere. When you do that, it puts this little handkerchief with a knot icon in the corner, which is interesting. And then you can like click on that to see the items that you've dropped in that room. There aren't a lot of games I can think of that can do that. The main ones that come to mind are like the Mac Venture games, like Uninvited or Shadowgate or Deja Vu. Also, if I didn't mention, all the character dialogue is voiced using text to speech, which is really neat. I think Mortville Manor did that too, right? So I have not made a ton of progress. You haven't really missed much. I played a whole stream last week, but we spent a lot of time bumbling around, and we're kind of doing that again. I'm determined to play this game the way someone might have played it at the time. That's how I try to approach older games. So instead of a spreadsheet, which would be more convenient, I'm basically making a spreadsheet on paper. And in my case, this is a timeline. So we have times down the left side, and then we have a column for various characters and things that we need to keep track of over time. Time is constantly passing. It's passing right now. It's a lot, but I think we'll get used to the mechanics eventually, and then we'll start to feel like we're making progress in the investigation, hopefully. I ran into a bug last week where the game froze anytime I tried to read something, but I figured out a fix for that hopefully won't break anything else. So we're able to read stuff this week, which has been interesting. It did, but only some of the dialogue was text-to-speech. Oh, interesting. I believe in this one, all of the character dialogue. So if a person is speaking, then all of that dialogue is text-to-speech. If it's just like something we're reading or some comment we're like coming from a narrator or whatever, then that we have to read ourselves. Mousimus, good to see you. I did give you a shout out, right? Maple Mystery? Yes, I did. Okay, let's give Mousimus a shout out. I always enjoy hearing you talk about what's on your desk. Can you tell me about your highlighters and pencil? Oh, what would you like to know? These are... Unseeker Crush bought these, actually. I'm not sure where they came from. But as you can see, they're a Japanese brand. They're called Friction, and they're kind of neat. You can, they're markers, but you can erase them to some degree. The pencil, Unseeker Crush picked these up too. This is a Blackwing. It's a neat design. It has an eraser that comes out, and it's got like the little metal thing is... Oh no, it's actually separate from that. Excuse me. But that helps you pull the eraser out, so you can actually replace the eraser, which is great. I feel like any artist knows, like, if you have a pencil with an eraser, the eraser is going to be long gone before the rest of the pencil is. And I'm sure even some non-artists have this experience. So it's cool that it's replaceable. Although I find it a little like it's a pencil eraser. It's I guess convenient if you just want to do something really quick, but I tend to grab a full-size eraser. Jetpens.com. Thank you. I knew the site, it just wasn't coming to my brain. Yeah, JetPens is great. They got tons of good stuff. Oh, and then you didn't ask about it, but these are my favorite pens. I've used them for years. Uniball Deluxe. There's a micro and a fine width. The micro is thinner and the fine is a little bit thicker. I tend to use the fine more these days. I used to prefer the micro, but yeah, they're great pens. They're like a roller ball. And they make a nice line usually. Weirdly, I've never had a problem with them in the past, but since I've been using them for streaming, I keep having problems just on like certain paper, even certain pages of my notebooks. It's very odd, but generally they work great, and I really like them. I like using them for drawing when I'm like drawing something where I just want to do a quick drawing and, commit to the lines I'm putting down. And they're also nice just for writing and stuff. Snowy Pete, good to see you. Use friction for everything. They're so good. Yeah, they're pretty neat. I can't say I use the erasing a lot myself, but it's cool to have that option in a marker. Beta Human CGM, good to see you. Just seeing if I missed any chat here. Once wrote I feel like there's a typo here. Tough a bunch of neat notes and then left my laptop on them overnight and it erased it all from the heat. Yeah, that's rough. Good thing to watch out for, though. Verdant Tree says, I learned recently that rollerball pens actually have a ball in them. Yeah. So there's a tiny little ball in the point, and then, you press down and the ink flows out from the ball. I think my favorite type of pen in general, use the Uniball iPen line. Interesting. I don't think I've tried that one. Got them for journaling, but I'm not actually very good at journaling. Yeah. Mr. Nuclear Monster, hello. Good to see you. And thank you for the lovely little computer emotes. Those are fantastic. You stream also, right? Those are your emotes, right? I have not had a chance to catch your streams, but I'm going to give you a shout out anyways. Learning German and playing Bloodborne. Nice. You meant a ton. Okay, that makes sense. I couldn't figure out what word it was that was supposed to be. Like refillable pens that hold 5 different ink colors and different thicknesses. I get Sarasa and Uniball refills. Interesting. That does sound very convenient. Yeah, I've always... I would love to find a refillable pen that I like as much as this. I probably could if I put the work into it, but I haven't come across one. I got some refills. Speaking, I mentioned the Panix Playdate earlier. When they announced the Playdate, they also announced this dock. That's like a yellow cube that you can attach your Playdate to. It's got speakers on it, and then it's got like a little holder for a pen, and then it also comes with a pen. And my friend Louis asked them about what type of pen they were going to be, so that he could order some purple refills. He also asked them, of course, if they would have purple ink or not. Very important question. Unfortunately, no, but he did get the correct type of refills out of them. And he shared a link to the refills he bought. And I was like, I'm definitely going to want those when I get that dock with that pen. So I ordered some myself, and they still haven't released the dock, but I hope they do someday. Sorry, my chat is being weird here. Uniball Signo DX is the best. I favor 0.28 millimeters. Interesting. Also hoping for the dock and the clock. The clock? There's a clock built into the Playdate. As I recall, they showed off like, you can connect your Playdate to the dock, and then you have the clock there visible, which is very handy for your nightstand or whatever. Not much of a gel pen guy. All the Uniball refillables are big and hefty. The clock is just a feature of seeing it on the dock. Yeah, right. Got it. Okay. So at some point I got distracted. I think maybe when Maple Mystery came in. But we were trying to make a note of when Sue was in her cabin, and I was screwing up my... Why is this... Oh, God. What? Oh, no. Oh, no. What? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, please focus. These grids are different. What? They don't line up, and the right page is... It's a larger grid. What? Okay, so the back... The front of each page is different from the back of each page. Why would you do that? Why would you do that to me specifically? Pengo Ray, hello, welcome. We'll figure out a way to deal with this. Oh God, this sucks a lot. Okay. So if I just put 2 spaces between each one, let's see how that works out. Like, they don't have to line up perfectly. I just have to figure out a way to deal with it. All right, that's fine, I guess. I don't like it, but it is what it is. Like, my 11 here doesn't quite line up with the 11 here. So things are a little bit misaligned, but it's close enough that I can deal with it. All that really matters... Ms. Roy! Great to see you. And thank you so much for 9 entire months of support. I appreciate that greatly. I hope you're doing well. And I hope your streams have been great too. I always enjoy your stream titles, especially this one. Is that like hexadecimal for something? Oh, you're on Talos Principle 2 now. How are you liking that? I watched Silver Streak play the first game, but I have not seen much of the new game. Oh, Julia, your link got removed, but if you whisper the link to me, I can share it in chat. Silver, are you going to stream the second game at some point? Or are you going to keep that all to yourself? Talos Principle 2 is great so far. Nice. Glad to hear it. Okay, so... Finally, we're doing the thing we came here to do. Sue, it's 2 to 3, and she is in her cabin. So we're going to write that down. I'm just going to go ahead and do it in ink. We're committing to ink now. Cabin. Unsure at this point, but probably eventually. Understandable. I get it. There's too many games. Okay, now that we've probably let like 4 hours pass, let's continue talking to Sue. Let's see what she noticed from 2 to 3.
I didn't pay attention. I was thinking of something else.
Relatable. Oh, it's the Unistyle Fitmeister 5. Interesting. It's quite a name. Like that one, though, I want something that feels better in the hand. Mizrai says there's some quality of life upgrades for the sequel that I appreciate, and the areas you explore are huge. It's like open world Talos Principle. Neat. Recommendation Dog is so cute. Yes, that is a game that Julia worked on for the Playdate. I really gotta. I need to play more Playdate games. I should probably do a Playdate stream just to finally make sure I play some of those. Yeah, the text to speech for the character dialogue is. Sorry, Emmy, what? Did your text somehow wrap around to the beginning? Yes, please do that. Okay. Okay. I don't know when that will be. Maybe. Ooh. I have Streamiversary in January. I could do a long Playdate stream for that. Regardless, it'll probably be in January because unfortunately you can't play DOS games on a Playdate. But we'll figure it out sometime. The mirror app seemed unreliable for me. Might just be the cable I was using. Oh, it's interesting you say that. I had issues with it too. I could not find anyone else that had issues with it. Were you using a Mac by any chance? I kind of got the impression that this might be a Mac specific issue. I reported it on their forum a while back. I meant to follow up once I had gathered more details, but I just have not had time to do that. It's your birthday in January, so yes. Okay. Ask your opinion on Marie's enemies.
I don't see who could have enough against her to want to do her in.
Most people seem to agree with this statement. M1 Mac, so it shouldn't be a question of resources. Yes, I was also using an Apple Silicon Mac. I kind of think it's just some sort of weird like I/O issue. I don't know if it's because, I don't know if you noticed, but the Mirror app is Intel only. I keep checking periodically, hoping they'll release a native Apple Silicon version, but they haven't. I assume it's just low priority for them. But yeah, I don't know what's going on there, but I don't think it's resources. It's just some sort of weird issue that happens. But when I do another Playdate stream, I'll probably just do it from Windows. Oh, you had issues also on Windows. Yeah, I do remember you talking about that. I can't remember what problem you had, but I vaguely recall it being a little different from what I ran into. I'm not sure though. My problem, just to clarify, was that sometimes it would just, like the capture would freeze. And then I think I had to like disconnect it or maybe restart the Mirror app to get it working again. It almost seemed like it was more likely to happen in like a fast action game. USB detection issue. Okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it sounds like this freezing issue is maybe a Mac specific thing, because I could not find anyone else having that. I do that whenever I was on a network app or something. Oh, interesting. I mean, obviously you can't stream without some sort of networking going on.
Everyone adored her.
Although I was able to get it. I did some tests recording just with QuickTime. And trying to have as little other stuff running as possible. And it happened a lot less often, but it still happened. Oh, you mean network app on the Playdate. So the catalog was the worst for it. Okay. My last Playdate stream was before the catalog came out. Seems so long ago now. All right.
Everyone adored her.
Let's end this conversation. I want to get that key. Oh, that's interesting. So we spent so long in the conversation that she's just gone now. It's now 3:35. I didn't know that was a possibility. Intoxicating perfume that mounts to your head? Okay. So there's definitely some translation weirdness in this game. It mounts to your head. It's quite an image. Let's poke around. Is there anything else we can open? Head-mounted perfume. A catalog. Okay, I remember finding this. Can we look at it now? No. Can we read it? It's described as a catalog, but it kind of looks like a sexy lady magazine, right? And I feel like there was maybe some text to suggest that this is the case also. A mirror. Let me make sure I wrote these things down. Maggie's. Let's see, we have. Okay. Catalog. Okay, that must have been Maggie's? Or is it the. Shoot. Oh no, Sue's bedroom is. That was Sue, right? So I guess I didn't write down what we found in Sue's bedroom. And I don't have any room for it. Oh, God. All right, I'm just going to put it up here. Catalog. Mirror. Is the interface for this as bad as Mortville Manor, or did they improve it? I don't remember what that was like from watching Julia's streams. This looks like a better interface, I think. I feel like the interface is decent. I definitely don't have any major complaints with it. I think, like I've mentioned, that the actions are sorted alphabetically, which means that in English, close and open are like spaced way apart, which I find weird and disorienting. Like I would prefer an actions menu that is sorted in a more logical way, rather than alphabetical. I would maybe also like some keyboard shortcuts to go to common actions. I don't think those exist. This is better. I wasn't brave enough to try Mortville Manor. Yes, same. There is like, it's all mouse based. The cursor works reasonably well. I have wondered if I could possibly mess with the DOSBox settings to get it feeling a little smoother, but it's not a problem. There is one nice feature which you can right click to redo your previous action. So if you are trying to search a bunch of places, you can click on one, search through it. When you're done, you right click again to search the next thing. So I've been like, I open everything that I see in the room that I can open all at once, and then I search them all. And I feel like the interface works pretty well if you take that kind of approach. We're not all as powerful as Maple Mystery, indeed. Oh, 6-7. I think I better call it a night soon, unfortunately. Gosh, it's 12:30 already. Thank you for hanging out, 6-7. And I hope you sleep well. Okay, let's look at the mirror. Nothing special. I guess we're nothing special. That's fair. So, search books, reading material for everyone. You're wasting your time. Oh, we found a watch in the jar. Okay. That's all. What is this? Look at... Oh, statue of Buddha. I remember that now. It's a plush. Clothing, I assume. Don't wash your dirty laundry in public. I mean, I don't think this counts as public, does it? It's in her room. Are you making an Oh! It says, are you making an assessment? And there's something in this pot. I was wondering if they might be. It looks like a ring, maybe? Also, just to, if anyone couldn't see what's going on here, like when you use the look at action, you get this magnifying glass. And then in most places, you just get like a zoomed in of like the identical pixels. But then occasionally you'll get an item that's in higher resolution if you have found something of interest. So let's take this. It's in the pocket. It is a ring. Okay. So self-search. Okay. So that's how we look at what we're holding. A ring. I love the little miche. It's a very good cursor. You need to beat that game because it was clear that it didn't want to be beaten. Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling about this one at this point. And I've barely even started it. Feathers. Nothing but feathers. Can we... I guess there's no talk action. So we can't try to talk to this bird. So I guess that's the most. We could smell it. No luck. Don't have any crackers, unfortunately. All right, I think maybe we're done here. Can I search under the bed? Achoo! You'll return to dust. Okay. Smell is an interesting verb. It really is. Honestly, there's two games that come to mind. I think Space Quest 4 had like a lot of senses, as I recall. I haven't played it in a long time, but I'm pretty sure it had like smell and taste, which was, I think, mainly used in a joking manner. And then Colonel's Bequest, of course, comes to mind when I think of smell in a game. And there, it was used in a way that was supposed to be useful, but it's very buggy, so it doesn't really work right. I'm very curious how smell will be used in this game. Let's see. Let's find... The key was in Anita's room, which we haven't gone in yet. Sniff, sniff. This one, maybe? Bill Kuhn, hello. I don't think I said hello to you yet. Oh, she's got a Buddha statue also. She got kind of the same shelf arrangement here. Except she's a communist, so she's got all her communist posters on the wall, of course. Let's open these. And I think that's it. Dust. Searching in the dark. Okay, so it does seem to recognize that I'm trying to search under the bed. Oh, what's this? Is that a thing? That looks like a thing. Is that the key? A clue? It is the key. Take key. It's in the pocket. Can we search under rugs? You don't find any clues in particular. Another revolver. Oh, Sue didn't have a gun, did she? Okay. So we're in Anita's room, but I didn't thoroughly catalog the items in here. Revolver. A necklace. Oh yeah, we also have touch. which is interesting. If we're looking at an item, we can touch it, and then like the pointer gets constrained to the little item area here, and then I can, pick a specific point on the object to touch, which kind of reminds me of like Resident Evil is the main game that comes to mind when I think about like interacting with an inventory item. But I feel like there's gonna be something at some point where it's useful to like click on a certain spot. Like, I don't know if we're gonna find a hidden compartment in something or what, but it's kind of fascinating. Chloroform. Okay. Let's smell it. A suffocating smell. That's all. Let's look at this pot. Nothing in that one. You're potted. Workers of the world unite. Okay, so it's all books on communism. That's cool. Look out, you're on the wrong track. Statue of Buddha. Detective novels. Let's search this. Oh, nothing special in that one. Look out. Workers of the world unite. The working class will go to heaven. Yeah, honestly, I'm a little disappointed we didn't pass out from smelling it. But, I mean, I didn't choose an action to open it. Nuclear Monster said, Twitch something *** communism. Oh, you know what? There's a setting. I came across this the other day, and I think we've talked about it in the past when someone mentioned certain things being censored. So if you click the little gear icon next to the chat button and go to chat filters, then you can turn on or off filtering. And I think that's probably what's censoring communism for you. Turn communism setting to 11. Unfortunately, that's not an option, but you can turn off the censoring. You'd lose like 5 hours on the clock from smelling the chloroform. Exactly. That's what should happen. All right. Let's search. Can we search the bed? A comfortable bed for the night. Sonneveld, good to see you. Twitch is owned by Amazon. Cannot uncensor communism. Oh, no. All right. So we got our key. That's the main thing we came here for. Sonneveld's been playing Resident Evil, which it sounds like Sonneveld's experience is kind of similar to mine as far as the first Resident Evil game goes. Started it at some point, but never finished it, which is definitely what I did with the game as well. Every time I play the first Resident Evil game, I get stuck at some point, and I just never come back to it. It's not really like, it just kind of happens with some games. Like, I guess I'm not like, I'll be enjoying the game generally, but I'm not like driven to, figure out this thing I'm stuck on, I guess. And, me, I don't want to ask for hints unless I feel really desperate. So sometimes I just kind of leave the game and forget to get back to it. But I've done that at least twice with the original Resident Evil in at least 2 different versions of the game. I'll probably finish it someday. Still need to do the Chris path, but might save that for later. Oh, so you finished the Jill path. I frequently fall asleep at the end of your streams. Oh, right. I remember now. The last time you were streaming, I fell asleep. I woke up at one point, and I couldn't believe you were still streaming, so I did the uptime command, and then I fell asleep again. 11-hour stream. Jeez. Yeah, that's a lot. That's too many. That's too many. Speaking of too many hours. Okay, I got another hour left. I've accomplished nothing, but at least we've had a nice time chatting. Intervention when? What was in this door? Let's find out. You were assured you were close to the end? Ooh. Did you feel betrayed? Did it take longer to get to the end than you thought it would? Oh, Bob's here. Let's see. So we can talk to Bob by clicking on this. This is a little clunky. Sometimes I'll like click on a thing and then it's just like it won't bring up the UI, or like it appears and then immediately disappears. Let's talk to Bob. Guess I just took my time. Got it.
What do you want?
Oh, and then redid a big chunk to find another ending. Got it. So here's Bob. We got to draw Bob now. So for anyone that came in later, anytime you come across a character in this game, well, in this case, we knew up front who we were talking to. But sometimes if you go in someone's private room and they're in there, it's like, you know, you're not supposed to be there. So it's an interesting kind of recreation of this real world scenario, right? Like, in a lot of games, if you go in someone's room and there's a person there, you can just poke around at everything anyway. But in this game, you can't do that if the person is there. You have to wait for them to leave, or you can talk to them in their room. So if you go into someone's room and there's a person there, you just see the person, and it's kind of hard to tell who they are. So I've been drawing pictures of everyone, so we can figure out who everyone is eventually. So we have Sue, and we're pretty sure this is Anton, and now we have Bob. And hopefully my drawings are okay enough that I can figure out who everyone is based on my drawings. Probably not. But maybe based on the clothing. Perfect. Oh, I'm trying to zoom in here. Nailed it. Looks just like him. I mean, exactly the same. He's got kind of a cream colored shirt on. At least so far, everyone has unique clothing. Like basic style of shirt and color is enough to tell people apart so far. Yeah, perfect. That's Bob, all right. I don't, well, I'll use a yellow marker. It's not really quite right, but it feels weird to not color in anything. So let's use a little bit of yellow. Cream. And he's got pretty dark hair, so we'll say black. I think I'd die to the snake more than the tyrant. Oh, that snake fight was something. Also, like, I felt like your experience was very relatable to me. Someone last week said he looked like an actor, and now I can't remember who. Clive Owen, maybe? I know Clive Owen came up. I can't picture who Clive Owen is. Okay, that is the guy who I thought was Clive Owen. Yeah, I can kind of see that. A little bit. Looks like Scarface Pacino. Interesting. All right. So we know what Bob looks like, and let's ask a couple questions of Bob while we got him here. Okay, so Bob, a lot of people have said that Bob is really into Marie. It's kind of hard to tell what's going on between them. Let's ask him about Marie.
Everyone adored her.
I feel like he denied that they had any relationship or that he was interested in her. What are your opinions on relationship between Bob and Marie?
You can't believe everything you hear.
Right. Rob Schneider. What? I haven't seen Rob Schneider in a long time. Oh yeah, that's what he looks like. Yeah. Steve Carell. Oh, Roy? Is it Roy Schneider? Is it a different person? Okay. Oh, okay. I saw Efton's comments, and then I assumed your Roy was a typo. Okay. Yeah, Roy Schneider, I can see what you mean. Self-banning myself from this stream. We'll stop talking about this. No more Schneiders in the chat, please. Okay. Let's ask about what he's noticed. Oh, we should make a note of where he is right now. He is in the, what is this area called? Saloon? Yeah, saloon. Roy Schneider is Sequest and Jaws. Okay. In 2010, I think? Oh, okay. So, Bob. Oh, yeah. Bob is the captain of the boat that we came in on, which I can never remember the name of. Duhamel's boat. Both the boats start with a B, which doesn't work great for my brain. The Bamboo is the other one, but ours is a little bit different. Cary Grant. So it's 4 to 5, and Bob is at the saloon. Great. We've noted 2 things today. We're making a lot of progress.
Nothing special.
Nothing special. All right. I'm tired of you, Bob. We're moving on. Honestly, I can't stop thinking about the monkey statue, y'all. I want to know what's going on with that thing. What is on this here? Searching in the dark. All right, the key. We should try to figure out what the key is for. We've encountered a couple of things that are locked. Put out your cigarette. Oh, that's just an ashtray. So, does this guy have big eyebrows, or are the shadows casting on his huge eyeball cavities? I believe it is the latter. I'm pretty sure. So one of these is locked, right? What? Excuse me? What? Why did this music start? It's locked. Dinner bell. Oh. Maybe? It is 5:30. At one point last week, we got some dialogue that I should have written down, but it said something about food being served in the dining hall at a certain time. That's just the 5:30 music. That's the music you play at 5:30. Fries are done. Think you won the game? Maybe. So let's see if we can figure out how to try to use a key. It's only 4:45. Oh, you mean in real life? So I have the key selected. The selected item has white text. And then you can do certain things with the selected item in the self menu. Like if I do self search, it gives me a close up. Ooh, can we... How can I do an action on it? Gosh. Without interest or unreadable. Key. Yeah, I was trying to look at the tag. And I guess there's no way to do that. It says it's unreadable. Self-search doesn't give me any actions I can do. Suddenly I'm hungry, Pavlov style. I need to make a note to spend some time Sorry, I'm trying to figure out what's the best way to make a note of this. I'm just going to Google it. How to interact with items, Maupiti Island. Okay, hopefully I'll see that tab later. Because I'm worried I'm missing something. I believe the manual said that we can just select an item, and if it's the active item, like if the text is in white, then we should be able to perform actions on it. But I don't know. Like, all I can figure out how to do is read or get the close-up. I can't figure out how to interact with an item. And I can't figure out how I would use the key on a door. Let's see what happens if I just have it active and then try to open the door. It's locked. It could be that if I use the right door while I have the key active, it's just used automatically. At this point, there's no way to be sure. Let's try Justes, because this is the other locked door that we've encountered. Open Sesame. Okay. So we know how to use an item now. We just have to have it active and perform an action that would use that item. That's great. Justes key. Okay, and I'm going to make a note about what this key is for. To Justes house, I guess. I don't know. Building? Yeah, Nuclear Monster said there was a crowdfunding campaign for a remake. I think that was in like 2019. It was not successful, which is kind of interesting. I came across something after that, like I think from a couple of years ago, that suggested they were still working on it despite the crowdfunding not being successful. Maybe just, working at a slower pace than they were hoping to. But it sounds like there hasn't maybe been any like official updates on it in a bit. All right, let's go inside. This is exciting. Now we're really snooping. Okay. Spicy scents. I love the colors in this. We're breaking into places, and I have not saved in a ever today. So let's save in slot 3. Let's open some things up. Can we open this? Wow. Like, achoo, you'll return to dust. So far in this game, I have not encountered a thing that I've looked at and said, oh, that's a thing that would open. I have not encountered a situation like that, and I was not able to open it in the game. Like, I feel like they made everything openable if it's a real world item that would be openable, which is cool. I just like, it's really interesting and unusual. I think that's everything. What's that? Looks like a switch almost. Juiced is hot. Excuse me? What? Look out, you're on the wrong track. In redemption for all your sins. Yeah, I did hear the game. We haven't seen Juiced yet. Maybe he is hot. Fish? Oh. Using up the leftovers, it says. And it's a high resolution. We got high res fish art here. Oh, I thought this was something on the fish, but I think that's actually part of the magnifying glass UI. What is interesting about this fish? Oh. Oh!
You wanted to see me.
I guess this is Juiced then, probably. Hi. I'm in your house, which was locked. Let's not talk about that. We'll just say the door was open. This might not go well. This might not go well. Could be in trouble. I need to make a note of when he came here. I think he has a, like, I'm trying to tell, like, he definitely has a mustache. I think he has a full beard and that's not just shadow. Showing off my excellent drawing skills again. Perfect. Okay, he does have hair. Cream colored tank top and a necklace. Huh. It's just the tank top almost looks like a V-neck, and like V-neck tank top seems unusual to me. Maybe this is just the way that it's hanging, though. Oh, God, this is extra bad. I'm so sorry. I'm doing my best. Can't tell the shape of the pendant on the necklace. Cream. Black hair. And we'll do some wisps of yellow to indicate cream again. Perfect. That's Juiced. Juiced is a good name. I like it. I don't know that I've heard it before this game. Silver, I'm glad you enjoy it. All right, let's see what Juiced thinks about me being in here. Let's ask what are you doing here in your own home?
Nothing special.
Okay. It's very French. Yeah, extremely French. What do you think about Marie?
Everyone adored her.
Oh, that's what Bob said. You're not juiced to hearing the name Juice? No, I'm not. So he doesn't seem upset that we're here. It's good, but it seems surprising, and it also gives me the tiniest bit of doubt, like maybe this isn't actually juiced. Maybe this is someone else. But I feel like it probably is. Let's ask your opinion on the relationship between Bob and Marie.
Wallace protect Bob against love sickness.
Protect Bob against love sickness. Wallace is a name that's come up. I think that was connected to the monkey statue. Yeah. Roy told us that Wallace was the guardian of the pond. We also learned that the native inhabitants submerged the statue in the pond a long time ago. Bruce thinks the whole thing is a rubbish superstition. That was kind of all, despite all the time I spent on it, that was all we learned about the monkey statue. It also has some sort of engraving on it we can't see unless we figure out how to cross the quicksand safely. And we did, in my defense, learn its timetable. It has a 12-hour cycle where the water goes up and down. And at 5 a.m., February 1st, a strong box appeared in the water. What have you noticed? 5 to 6. Okay.
I didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
You didn't see anyone breaking into your home, for example? Glad to hear it. So 5 to 6. I'm going to need to extend these lines down. 5 to 6. Home. Oh, I grabbed my fine pen. So nice that these games have text-to-speech, even if it is this quality level. Half the reason I don't stream some kinds of games is I don't like feeling compelled to read everything out loud. Yeah, I generally don't mind it, but it can get a little rough on the throat after a while. Speaking of which, God, it's 1 and I have not taken a break. I'm going to take a quick break, just a couple minutes. Love the French text-to-speech. Oh. I downloaded the French version to check it out just because I was curious about the freezing bug in that, because it sounded like it wasn't present in there, and it is not. But I don't think I encountered any characters, so I didn't get to hear the text-to-speech. Honestly, if I was better at French, I would love to just play that version. But alas, my French is fairly poor. All right, I'll be back in just a couple minutes. name Juiced makes me think of Dear Brother, the manga anime where teenage girls are sometimes drawn identical to handsome men, and one is nicknamed Saint Just of the Flowers. Saint Just de la Fleur. It's a pretty good nickname. Okay. What else can we ask Juiced about? Your scheduling. They're all tragic lesbians. What about last night? Did you notice anything?
I was at my house.
Okay. And that's here, right? Just to be clear.
I didn't see anything out of the ordinary.
Okay. You know, oh, wait. I was going to say, we should ask people about the time period when the strongbox appeared in the water, but that hasn't happened yet. So we can't ask anyone about it. I want to write down that he was at home the night before. At home. But I didn't do I didn't figure out that page of my notes yet. We can ask people what they were doing the night before, but we don't have like time periods when we're asking about the night before. So I figured I'd just use this first page for that. I don't know how I want to organize it yet. All right. I completely forgot about the debate menu. We can contradict, memorize, remember, bribe, give, show, or strike. Like, just punch them, which is an interesting thing to put in a debate menu. I'm just curious what happens when I choose memorize. Oh, what? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm terrified by this interface. Adventure Josh, hello. Yes, I am cheating using graph paper. Everyone made me put that in the title. Actually, I think French Toast Please wanted me to put it in large text on the stream, but I did my best. So, like, I can choose a specific slot to memorize. Like, okay, let's do this. Let's click on one. So what did I just memorize? Ban whoever told you about this game, IMO. Thinking about it. Remember, of course, brings up the same UI. So now what am I remembering? I don't... Is that what's happening here? It's not clear at all. Yeah, I agree. I'm going to open up the manual real quick. I would love to understand this. I wonder how many streams it will take for me to understand this game. I don't want to mess with studio mode, so I'm just gonna do this. And I'm gonna do this. Wait, what? Okay. Well, it's not quite right, but it's there. It's fine. Okay. So At the end here, I don't know why this page is upside down. Scenario number 2 is the scenario we're in, I think. Okay. Memorize. Use your memory when an answer seems interesting. This will help you contradict people. Okay, so whatever we just talked about is what gets memorized. Holy fucking shit. That is a lot. That's a lot. Like, there's 450 voiced synthesized sentences, and we could memorize any one of them. I'm terrified. Our brain is an 8-track. Yeah, well, a 9-track, I guess, but pretty much. So does it make more or less sense than the communication system in Captain Blood? I am not familiar with that. Do you think this UI and the way information was presented here played better when the game came out or now? It's tough to say. Like, this seems like a UI that, you know, it doesn't matter when you played it. You're going to have to, like, read the manual to understand how it works. I mean, the way it works is kind of my first guess at how it worked. I just wasn't sure if that was correct. Robot Spacer will remember this. But yeah, I really don't know. I do feel like probably overall people in general were more used to like the gameplay approach here back then, probably. Just because not that many people play these types of games these days. No one will begrudge you for saying this is nonsense at some point with this game. I mean, so far, I'm a little terrified of it, but I'm enjoying it. I wouldn't say I love everything about this game, but like I'm compelled enough to keep going, and I haven't had any thoughts of giving up on it, even though it seems really, really hard. Also, unlike Murder Club, there seems to be a little more help information available. Like, I think I found a walkthrough in English at one point. So if I'm like super completely stuck, we might have a little better luck getting help. Yeah, Alone in the Dark 2 is the only game I have started on stream and then given up on, at least out of frustration. There are some games I didn't complete yet. For example, Transylvania. But we will get back to Transylvania eventually. Captain Blood, you choose symbols to talk to aliens. It's actually sort of reasonable, but feels incredibly incomprehensible. Okay, that's interesting. I'm trying to think. I feel like I've encountered that in other games, but nothing specific is coming to mind. Can you replace memories or use the Men in Black flasher to select all memories? I assume we can replace. Like, this seems, it's basically the same UI as the save system, just there's more slots. So I think just memorizing something in a slot that's already full will replace whatever's there. Reminds me of that LeBlanc gif from Knives Out. It makes no damn sense. Compels me, though. Yeah. All right. I really wanted to search this place some more. Let's stop talking. And then wait a little bit. So now it is 7:20. Let's see if he's gone. It's locked? It is? It looks open, right? It's already open. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Let's try going elsewhere. And then go back. Okay. Oh, I wonder if maybe he was still there. Maybe he was still inside, so I couldn't go inside because of that. Because a fair bit of time passes if you go to one location and then another. Silver said, I get it. I play Zachtronics games sometimes. They're similarly indecipherable at times, but I keep trying. Adventure Josh said, Zachtronics games, I think they don't want to be indecipherable. They just want to keep moving the goalposts. Interesting. But I agree this can amount to the same thing. Okay, so everything is closed again, which is interesting. All right, when he came in, I was investigating the fish. Let's take the fish. Question marks. Okay, so we can't take the fish. What can I do with the fish? That smells fishy. Can I search the fish? Yuck. Can I turn it? You're getting your hands dirty. I'm doing my best. Let's raise it. You're wasting your time. It just, like, it's high res, right? So there's got to be something to it, I would think. We tried search already. Technobumble, hello. Welcome, y'all. Thank you for coming by. What are you up to today? The 11th hour. Nice. How are you enjoying that? Thank you all for coming by. Hello, I am Robot Spacer. We are playing Maupiti Island, which is a game was originally released in 1990 for Amiga. This is the DOS version that came out a year later. Currently, we're just kind of stumbling around trying to understand what the game expects of us. I started the game last week, and it's been a combination of running into issues and also just kind of getting used to this extremely complex game that has some pretty unique mechanics. We just learned about a mechanic where you can take literally anything you hear in a conversation and basically store it in a slot as a way to like remember what someone said, and then later you can use that information in debating with a person to like contradict something they said, which is wild. But yeah, there's a lot to put together here. Oh, not finding it nearly as much fun as the Seventh Guest. Sorry to hear that. Silver said, I think it depends on the Zachtronics game. Exapunks definitely isn't indecipherable and just keeps progressing. Opus Magnum 2. One or two of the games in Last Call BBS. Amazingly compelling, but they expect you to learn an alien language and programming logic in the same game, which becomes near impossible. That is a lot. We also have Passage of Time in here. As you can see, it has become dark. It's now 8:05. Crumbs. Let's go back to searching. I was doing that earlier when Juiced came home. Let's open things up again. A pamphlet. Let's read it. Proletarians of the world, unite! The Communist International. A little reading. They like to give us reading music, which is great. The camera's zoomed in more than it needs to be. Is that? Yeah, that's it. Interesting. Continue. A Bible. Can we read the Bible? Without interest or unreadable. Can we smell it? The odor of holiness. Silver says this is where I call it that Robot Spacer said he wasn't going past 1:30. I mean, I still got 12 minutes. I still don't know what this touch mechanic is ever going to be used for. The cover is damaged. The pages are spotted and dog-eared. Okay. That's all. I'm not sure if each half of this is a different searchable area. Okay, so we found one of these last week, and it caught me off guard at first. I was like, okay, a fetish. Like, I know I've heard this usage of the word fetish before, but I haven't in a long time, and I couldn't think of what it means. I looked it up the other day, but I'm looking it up again to just read it to you. So this is an inanimate object worshipped for its supposed magical powers or because it is considered to be inhabited by a spirit. So that's obviously the definition of fetish that is being used here. Look at this. The statuette is made of ebony and measures about 30 centimeters. Doubloons. A mask. That's all. Okay. Is there anything else? Let's search this crate here. Oh, a catalog. Look out, you're on the wrong track. That's all. Would love to know what the French word used to describe these catalogs is. Unsecret Crush says, remember when we tried to convince your mom she shouldn't say someone has a shoe fetish just because they owned more than one pair? Yeah. Yeah. My mom uses the word fetish the way one might use the word obsession or significant interest. I don't know. I honestly don't know if that's like a normal usage. Like, is this just a very outdated way of using that word, or is it completely wrong? Okay. Merriam-Webster says, an object of irrational reverence or obsessive devotion. So that's clearly the usage she is going for. But, like, nobody says fetish that way anymore. Migration of fetish from an object connoting spiritual power to sexy stuff is wild. Yeah, that is pretty interesting, huh? All right. Are we done here? Should we search under the bed, maybe? I don't know if this is ever going to amount to anything, but I'm compelled to keep trying it. Dust. All right, let's go outside. I can't think of anything to do here. So it's almost 8:30. Hinton, hello. Yes, we are discussing our fetishes. I selected the lamp. It says okay. I don't know how we would ever use the lamp. What else can we do in the next 6 minutes? I don't have a lot of time. Oh, when we went in Anton's cabin, he was there, so we didn't get to look around. So let's try going back in there. I assume that when I leave an area and come back, everything is closed again because the game just doesn't bother to keep track of that. But like, I feel like it reads as though someone has been through here and like closed all the doors, because why would they be open? And just, it works out well and just kind of makes it feel like things are happening. Choose on screen. It's already open. I wanted to go in. Okay. So here is Anton's room. We're pretty sure. Yeah, the colors are getting significantly different at this point. They actually change quite a bit. Like, I think they do some subtle palette shifts, and then at some point it becomes a lot more dramatic, and in some cases change the art, I think. At least outside. Pen holder for a scribbler. Is scribbler referring to a pen? I don't know that I've ever heard a pen called a scribbler. But I assume that's what it's saying. Cast anchor mates. There's definitely something here. Turn over a new leaf. Let's see. Take? It doesn't take. And presto. Okay, we picked up a cent. As in a penny. Which I think might be worth 5 cents. Self-search. You have at hand a cent. I think the game is just trying to be sassy. It does like to be sassy, for sure. Without interest or unreadable. I really wish there was a way to do more with the objects we're holding. Okay. Let's open some things. Is that it? Oh, this could probably be opened. Sailor stuff. I think that's it. Not look at. Search. A razor. That's all. A knife. Why does everybody have chloroform? Is there a normal 1950s use of chloroform that I am unaware of? No reason. That's all. Search this bag. Cards. Can't sleep, chloroform? Is that really a thing people would do, or are you just making a joke? Like, it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case. Good aftershave. Okay. Cards. Let's look at the cards. Nothing special. Read the cards. Smell them. $3. Should we take Anton's $3? We've got $35, so that seems rude. Like, Anton is a guy that we came here with, so I don't think I'll take his money, as tempted as I am. It was apparently used as an anesthetic. Okay. Interesting. It would be unusual if it was invented specifically for kidnapping. Right. But, like, you know, I could see, like, a doctor having it to, like, put someone out to perform surgery or something like that. But it's, like, just a bunch of people just have it lying around. Hard to tell if that means this is a normal first aid kit type of item or if it's suspicious that there's so many bottles around. Right. It's like $300 in today's money. It's like Ipecac. That doesn't mean a lot to me. That's all. Okay. What else can we search? Books. Searching in the dark. I don't know what this is, but it looks like an eye to me. Words. Nothing but words. What a weird thing to say when looking at some books. Mother, I love you. Everyone's got a photo of their mom. It's adorable. Are you an art lover? I mean, yeah. Art's good. Just go down to the pharmacy, pick up some Ipecac and chloroform. And yeah, I'm sure that'll go fine. Don't wash your dirty laundry in public. This game is very judgy of people leaving their dirty laundry in their private quarters. All right, so not a lot in Anton's room, I guess. Kind of a letdown. And it's 1:31, so I guess we're done. We'll do a save. Let's see. Save 4. Get good, dingus. I'm doing my best. We accomplished some things a little bit. I have a little homework. I'm going to try to figure out if there's more I can do with items. I think I will transfer all my timeline stuff that's in various places into my new notes. Information is progress, yeah. And we drew some wonderful portraits. I mean, we can't forget the wonderful portraits. We know who 4 of the people are by their appearance now. We figured out how to get into Juiced's house. Not that that got us anywhere. But yeah, we're getting there. I think, and we figured out like like understanding how that memory thing works is going to be important. It's clearly very important. Silver said, I feel like you made progress. I also feel like I can't actually tell what progress is, so I might be wrong. I mean, we made some amount of progress. We also spent a lot of time just chatting and having a nice time. So it's all good. Thank you, Mr. Nuclear Monster. What if you give someone Ipecac and they vomit up a bottle of chloroform? That's a great question, Hinton. I've not encountered this situation. Hinton says, I love Anton. Really? Is he your fave? We have... Oh, I can't see. We have Anton, Sue, Bob, and Juiced. I'm a fan of Juiced, mostly based on his name. Also, he was extremely chill about me being in his locked home, so I don't know. It makes me trust him? I don't know if that's weird. The one on the far left looks like Bobby Hill. That's Anton. It's a challenge run where the grid squares don't line up. Yeah, I can't. I would not have bought this if I realized that, but oh well. We'll manage. Juiced, one of the lesser known Belmonts. Not a joke. Interesting. I certainly was not familiar with this Belmont. Like that's Anton question mark. I mean, we weren't 100% positive. I think we are now, though, actually. We'll get rid of that. Held a shotgun behind his back the whole time. Yeah, that'd be fair, I think. All right, so upcoming streams. This week is a little bit weird. I will not be streaming here the rest of the week. The next stream on this channel will be a week from now. Back on Spooky Tuesday again. And we will be playing more Maupiti Island. My next stream elsewhere is going to be over on Silver's channel. There's a link there to my Twitch schedule and Robot Spacer TV, which both have my schedule for the whole week. On Silver's channel, we're going to be playing At Dead of Night. We're at like the very end of the game, which like suddenly threw completely different gameplay at us, where we have to run around and untie all our friends, help them get out safely, and then we have to get out safely while Jimmy is hunting us down. And it's very, very hard. It is way harder than the rest of the game was. When we first encountered this, I was already a little tired, but we were determined to finish the game. It did not go well. So hopefully I will have a little bit easier time after being well rested, but I do expect it to be a significant challenge. On the wrong screen. Then on so to me, I would call this Saturday night, but it is going to be at midnight. So you might call it Sunday. Also, if you're in a different time zone, it might just be 100% Sunday, full on Sunday. But Mzizi has invited me to play Habitat along with her and Sonneveld over on her channel. So that'll be midnight to 3 a.m. So it's a little bit late, but I'm very excited about it, and I think it'll be a fun time. So that's what's coming up the rest of the week. Yes, the Commodore 64 one. So there's a like, I don't know what to call it. It's not really a remake. It's just kind of like, it's a port of the game, I think, on using like new servers called Neo Habitat. I mean, obviously the original server is not around, but I don't fully understand like what had to be done to make the game work. But it's basically, it's been updated. It will be played in a Commodore 64 emulator. So it is the original game, more or less, just updated to still work. So yeah, that should be a fun time. And I hope if you're awake at the time, you can join us for that. Totally understandable if not. Let me figure out who we're going to raid. Ghoul Babe is playing Space Quest 6. Cobra Commanda playing Sea of Stars. Atari Beer Pong, Day of the Tentacle. Always so many people streaming. Oh, Baltimore is streaming. This will be a little bit different than usual. He's doing a Rocksmith stream, but we never get a chance to raid Baltimore, so I'm gonna do that. Um, Baltimore is great. His Rocksmith streams are always fun. Lets people choose what songs to play and stuff. He also does a midweek point and click. That's actually Friday for me now, I think. It's a little bit more towards the end of the week than it used to be, but that's an adventure game stream, which is a little bit more in line with the stuff I usually play. But I promise the music stream will be fun if you want to come along. So let's head on over. Thank you again. I appreciate you all a lot, and I hope we'll see you later in the week or next week. Take care of yourselves. See you around.